Welcome to My Mustang Garage. On this episode, we're going to be talking about the temperature gauge. This is the continuation of the instrument cluster series. This is part 5. Enjoy. First, what you're going to need is an electrical diagram. Test the power. We're going to get a power supply. You can easily use a car battery. I'm going to use a sensor tester for gauges. I'll get more in depth on how to use this as I'm showing you how to. You're going to need an assortment of test leads. Now we're going to test out the temperature gauge. Here's the schematics. And what we're looking for is the power is going to be the 5.2 volts that comes from the voltage regulator. And we know that's the black wire with the green stripe. But the sending side is the red wire with the white stripe. And we're going to be testing out the 67 temperature gauge, which is in the far right of the cluster. And the 68, they put them over here. They put the gas gauge. They switched it all around for 68, but in 67, it's way over here to the right. I'll turn this around and we'll get started. Since we know that the instrument voltage regulator doesn't work on here, we can't test from this point because this is giving out bad readings. So what we're going to do is test directly to here. Now this red wire with the white stripe was over here, and the constant voltage from the regulator is wired to this one. So what we're going to do is set our power supply to 5.2 volts, 5.02 volts. That's exactly what the new voltage regulator is putting out constantly. Now that we got the power wire hooked up to this side, which is 5.02 volts, directly to the power supply, which is now set at 5.02 volts on the positive side. We're going to talk about the tester needed for this. This is the gauge tester. Got it at National Parts Depot. It has different settings for ohms inside. It's a selectable switch. It's going to tell you, say it's a gas gauge, it's going to tell you if it's empty, half, or full, depending on where the switch is located, and we can see it in real time. This basically replaces the sending unit in the tank. This replaces the temperature gauge on the engine, and we can get to testing this. But it hooks up on the output side of the gauge, the one that had the colored wire. For this temperature gauge, it's red with white stripe, and it goes in line, and it goes through here. This light will turn on with power. It would light up and say you have power, and it goes in line, and it goes to the ground that goes back to the power supply. This completes the circuit. Now we're going to turn it on and see what the gauge says. Let me get this turned around. Now that I got it turned around, the temperature gauge for coolant temperature, as you can see, is on cold. I haven't turned this on yet. Make sure the switch is all the way at the top. And we're going to turn on the power. .02 volts. This is powered up and you see the lights on. Now we're going to switch it all the way to the cold, which is all the way down. It moved a little bit, but it stayed on cold. Now we're going to go to medium, which should put the needle halfway. And you'll see the needle start moving. Takes a minute to get there. It's simulating the function. You have to keep watching it until it doesn't move anymore. I'm going to say that's about normal right there. Not exactly in the middle, but it's still well within the normal running range. And we come back over here and we're going to switch it to high, which is right here. And we're going to watch the gauge move again. It's going to simulate hot or high. It's left the normal range. Now it's going to high. If I was running down the road with this car, I'd be a little concerned at the moment. But this tester has basically told me this gauge is fine.